for me, holy shit, 29? I'm not sure if they scored. Let's talk about them. Your Philadelphia Eagles versus the Arizona Cardinals. Philadelphia is favored by double digits again, minus 10.5. The Gannon game, as they call it, I guess, the Gannon Bowl. If it's even a big deal or not. Um, I mean, we said this last week. He has this Arizona team still playing
He's a
somewhat,
good coach.
a
He's a
little
good
bit.
coach.
I think he's a better coach than what people gave him credit for. And just the way that the Eagles are playing, the get right game was against the Giants, kind of, I guess, maybe just because the Giants were so bad. But it is a division game, so I get why that game was a little bit closer. Obviously, they made a quarterback change that changes game flow via the game. I was at the game, so yeah, I don't have anything on this game. There's obviously something wrong with the Eagles. The Eagles win the game, and every player said that they're not happy. Right? They win the game, and every single player said, "We're not happy. We don't like the way that this game happened. This game kind of the outcome of this game, the way the game was played. That game was way closer than it should have been. A lot of dumbass mistakes, right? On the kickoff, players run into each other. Jalen still staring down receivers. Very predictable type offense. The crowd was literally chanting, "Run the ball." Don't know if that came on TV, but the crowd was chanting, "Run the ball." No bullshit. Um, I don't have a side on this game. For me, holy shit, 29? I'm not sure if they scored 29 points on the Cardinals. Um, I would lean Arizona, to be honest. I think this is too many points. Um, I'm not sure if this defensive line is ready for Kyler Murray and his speed. We can't even get home as it is now. We have problems with the tight end. So McBride.
Yeah,
Looks.
McBride's props aren't up on DraftKings. Can you pull up McBride's prop on ESPN?
Let's see.
They're
Nope.
not up yet on
They're
DraftKings.
not up yet. They're not up yet.
I
So
agree with
McBride.
McBride. We cannot stop good tight ends. And
Nope.
McBride actually leads him and Hollywood Brown get the same target shares. So they look for McBride a lot. We struggle to cover athletic tight ends. I'm right there with you on that one. That's going to be a good bet.
I'm just looking back. They gave up 25 to the Giants. They gave up 20 to the Seahawks, 33 to Cowboys, 42 to the Niners, 34 to the Bills, 17 to the Chiefs, 28 to the Cowboys again, 31 to the Commanders, 17 to the Dolphins. And we're talking about 7, 8 games. They're giving up at least 17 points in every game, going almost 9 games back. And what is the Cardinals, 17.5? Oh, man. Kind of like this over here, bro. I'm kind of on the Cardinals here.
I lean the Cardinals for sure. That 11 points seems like a lot for Kyler Murray and James Conner.
Yeah, and they know how big this game is for Gannon. Obviously, a lot of shit talking came away from, and given so, right? You're the biggest game of the year, and you're worried about your head coaching, right? For Gannon.
Yeah, that's the one thing. How he handled Super Bowl week and already trying to get some early interviews in with the Arizona Cardinals. You just don't do that shit.
Yeah.
He's a good coach, but how he wanted to leave the Eagles, he fucked the Eagles over because we had Vic Fangio in house, and then they thought they were going to retain Gannon, and then he backdoor takes a deal, and then they lose Vic Fangio to the Dolphins, and it leaves the Eagles with their pants down, and they got to promote Sean Desai, who runs Fangio, but isn't very good. And so here we are. So yeah, Gannon basically cost the Eagles Vic Fangio. I don't know if most Eagles fans know that, but Vic Fangio was a consultant with the Eagles last year. They were going to promote him with the thought process Jonathan Gannon was going to get a job. The week of the Super Bowl, Jonathan Gannon told Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman to their face, I'm going to stick it out next year and wait for better job opportunities. Then the week of the Super Bowl, that motherfucker is interviewing with the Cardinals, and they make him an offer he can't refuse this. And that's kind of why the tampering thing happened and why we got that extra third-round pick that just randomly happened. That was actually because of the shit Jonathan Gannon was pulling the week of the Super Bowl. He was distracted. He had no game plan, and it's because he was actually interviewing with the Cardinals. So my only hesitation why I am a lean and not pulling the trigger on the Cardinals is because I could see Jeffrey Lurie, like, in everyone's ass this week. Like, you better blow this fucking team out. And he might be in Sirianni, like, he might be calling Sirianni up to his office, letting him know he wants to humiliate Jonathan Gannon. So I could see Nick Sirianni actually being under a little fire from the front office this week, just to, like, make sure the guys are ready, if that makes sense.
It does. Give me the Cardinals over 17.5.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. We haven't been buttoned up all year. I'm with you.
Give me the Cardinals over 17.5. This defense is not right. Like, I thought the Giants game was a get-right game. And now you bring in a more kind of potent, with a little bit more explosive offense here. You got Murray, you got Hollywood. I wouldn't say McBride. I'm sorry, McBride.
Yeah, Trey McBride.
The offensive, explosion from a tight end. But he's an athletic tight end that's going to give us trouble. Connor's slow but durable. He'll get some tough yards.
Yeah.
But I think that those three on offense is going to give us trouble. And I like them to score at least probably 20 points. Even at halftime against the Giants, right? At halftime against the Giants, it was 20-3. And they still scored 25 points. With nobody. Like there's no like Barkley is, but like Barkley had a couple plays, but there's nobody explosive on that offense in the Giants. So give me over 17.5. I think Arizona has some success moving the ball here.